Archaeologists dig into the ground, expecting to find ancient pottery, old bones, and maybe some tools. But sometimes they uncover things that completely defy explanation. Things that shouldn't exist according to our understanding of history. Things that force us to question everything we think we know about ancient civilizations. Today, we're looking at the most bizarre archaeological discoveries ever made. And I guarantee some of these will make you wonder if we've been told the complete story about human history. Let's start with something discovered just recently that's rewriting what we know about the Amazon rainforest. For centuries, we thought the Amazon was mostly untouched wilderness, with only small scattered tribes living there. But in 2024, archaeologists using lighter technology discovered something extraordinary hidden beneath the jungle canopy. Massive ancient cities, complete with roads, plazas, and sophisticated drainage systems. These weren't small villages. We're talking about urban centers that house tens of thousands of people, connected by a network of roads spanning thousands of square kilometers. The cities date back over 2,000 years, which means a complex civilization was thriving in the Amazon while Rome was still expanding its empire. The discovery suggests that the Amazon may have been home to millions of people before European contact, completely changing our understanding of pre-Columbian America. But here's what makes it truly weird. These cities were built in the middle of what we consider inhospitable jungle. The engineering required to create livable urban spaces in such an environment would be challenging even today. How did they manage water systems, agriculture, and infrastructure in dense rainforest without modern technology? Moving to the other side of the world, let's talk about the Longyu Caves in China. In 1992, a local farmer decided to pump water out of a pond in Zhejiang province. What he discovered underneath was absolutely baffling. A massive, precisely carved underground cave system that nobody knew existed. These aren't natural caves. They're artificial grottos carved out of solid sandstone, with perfectly angled walls, symmetrical pillars, and complex geometric patterns covering every surface. The caves cover over 30,000 square meters, and the amount of stone that would need to be removed to create them is estimated at nearly 1 million cubic meters. Here's the mystery. There are no historical records of these caves being built. No ancient texts mention them, no local legends describe them, and nobody knows who built them or why. The precision of the carving suggests advanced tools and planning, yet they appear to date back around 2,000 years when such technology supposedly didn't exist in that region. Where did all the excavated stone go? How did they achieve such precise angles and symmetry? And why would anyone undertake such a massive project underground? The Cocknose stone in Scotland presents another puzzle. This 5,000-year-old rock surface is covered with intricate cup and ring marks, spirals, and geometric patterns that researchers still can't fully interpret. It's one of the finest examples of prehistoric rock art in Europe. But we have no idea what these symbols mean. What makes it particularly strange is that similar patterns appear on stones across Europe and even in other parts of the world, suggesting some kind of shared knowledge or meaning. Were these maps, astronomical charts, religious symbols, artistic expression? Despite decades of study, we're no closer to understanding what our ancestors were trying to communicate with these mysterious carvings. Now let's dive into something that's been controversial in archaeology for decades: the Yonaguni Monument off the coast of Japan. In 1987, a dive instructor discovered massive stone structures underwater near Yonaguni Island. The formations include what appear to be carved steps, platforms, pillars, and right angles that look strikingly like the ruins of an ancient city. Some researchers, including marine geologist Masaki Kimura, believe these are remnants of a lost civilization that sank beneath the waves over 10,000 years ago. The structures would predate the Egyptian pyramids by thousands of years. Other scientists argue they're natural rock formations shaped by geological processes and erosion. But here's what makes the debate interesting. Even skeptics admit that some features are difficult to explain as purely natural formations. The right angles, the flat surfaces, the apparent tool marks, and the symmetry all suggest human modification. If it is man-made, it would mean advanced stoneworking civilizations existed far earlier than we thought, during the last ice age when sea levels were much lower. The Klerksdorp spheres from South Africa are objects that really shouldn't exist. Miners have found hundreds of these metallic spheres in mineral deposits that are 2.8 to 3 billion years old. Yes, billion with a B. These spheres are nearly perfect in their roundness, with some featuring parallel grooves around their equators. According to conventional history, humans only appeared a few million years ago, and we only started working with metals a few thousand years ago. So how do we explain metal spheres in rock that predates human existence by billions of years? Some geologists suggest they're natural formations called concretions, where minerals accumulate around a nucleus. But the precision and symmetry of some specimens continue to puzzle researchers. Let's talk about the Antikythera mechanism, which we mentioned briefly before, but it deserves more attention for just how weird it really is. This ancient Greek device, dating to around 100 BC, is essentially an analog computer that could predict astronomical positions and eclipses decades in advance. It contains at least 30 meshing bronze gears with sophisticated tooth profiles. The level of miniaturization and complexity in this device wasn't matched until mechanical clocks appeared in medieval Europe over 1,000 years later. X-ray studies revealed inscriptions that served as an instruction manual describing features we're still discovering. If ancient Greeks could build this, what else could they build? How much knowledge was lost when the Library of Alexandria burned? The Baghdad Battery is another artifact that seems too advanced for its time. These clay jars from ancient Mesopotamia, dating back about 2,000 years, contain copper cylinders and iron rods. When filled with an acidic liquid like vinegar, they generate an electric current, functioning as primitive batteries. This suggests that ancient peoples might have discovered electricity nearly 2 millennia before Alessandro Volta supposedly invented the first battery in 1800. What did they use it for? Some researchers propose they were used for electroplating gold onto silver objects. Others suggest they might have been used in medical treatments or religious ceremonies. The fact that we found these objects means there were probably many more that have been lost to time. In Turkey, the ancient underground city of Derinkuyu presents another archaeological enigma. This isn't just a few tunnels. It's a massive, multi-level city carved into soft volcanic rock, extending 60 meters underground with 18 levels that have been excavated so far. The city could house approximately 20,000 people along with their livestock and food stores. A city includes living quarters, stables, churches, storage rooms, wineries, and even a complex ventilation system that still works today. Massive circular stone doors that could only be operated from the inside could seal off sections, suggesting it was built as a refuge. But from what? Who would undertake such a massive underground construction project, and how did they do it with ancient tools? Radiocarbon dating suggests the city could be over 3,000 years old, though some sections might be even older. The precision of the carving and the engineering of the ventilation system demonstrates sophisticated knowledge, yet we have no records of its construction. The Nazca Lines in Peru continue to baffle researchers. These massive geoglyphs were created by removing the top layer of reddish pebbles to reveal the lighter ground beneath, forming lines and figures that can only be properly seen from the air. Some of the lines are perfectly straight for miles across uneven terrain. The figures include animals, plants, and geometric shapes, with some spanning over 1,200 feet. The Nazca people created these between 500 BC and 500 AD, long before human flight was possible. Recent discoveries using drones and AI have revealed over 140 new geoglyphs that were previously unknown, including strange humanoid figures and exotic animals. Why would a civilization create massive artworks that they couldn't see from the ground? Some researchers suggest they were astronomical calendars. Others think they were ritual pathways for religious processions. Some have even proposed they were meant to be seen by deities in the sky. The precision and scale of these works remain impressive even by modern standards. In 2008, archaeologists in Germany made a discovery that stunned the scientific community: a 40,000-year-old carved ivory flute, the oldest known musical instrument. But it's not just any flute. The craftsmanship is sophisticated, with carefully measured finger holes that produce a musical scale. This means our ancient ancestors weren't just surviving, they were creating art and music with surprising complexity. This discovery, along with other ancient musical instruments, suggests that symbolic thinking, artistic expression, and cultural sophistication emerged much earlier in human history than we previously believed. It challenges the idea that ancient humans were primitive and simple-minded. The Piri Reis map from 1513 shows something that shouldn't be possible. This Ottoman naval map depicts the coastlines of South America and Antarctica with remarkable accuracy. Here's the problem. Antarctica wasn't officially discovered until 1820, and the coastline shown on the map appears to show Antarctica before it was covered in ice. Piri Reis claimed he compiled the map from older source maps, some dating back to the time of Alexander the Great. If true, this suggests ancient civilizations had knowledge of geography and possibly navigation capabilities far beyond what we attribute to them. Skeptics argue the map doesn't actually show Antarctica, but the coastline resemblance is striking enough to fuel ongoing debate. In the Bosnian town of Visoko, there's an ongoing controversy about what might be the world's largest and oldest pyramids. The main structure, called the Pyramid of the Sun, looks like a natural hill, but some researchers claim it's actually a man-made pyramid covered by soil and vegetation over thousands of years. The Voynich manuscript isn't exactly an archaeological discovery since it's from the 15th century, but it deserves mention for being one of history's most mysterious objects. This illustrated book is written in an unknown script that has never been deciphered, despite intense study by professional cryptographers and linguists. The manuscript contains bizarre illustrations of unknown plants, astronomical diagrams, and what appear to be pharmaceutical recipes. Carbon dating confirms it's genuinely old, not a modern hoax. Statistical analysis of the text suggests it's written in a real language with consistent grammatical patterns, but nobody can read it. What knowledge is locked in this book? Recent discoveries in Indonesia have revealed megalithic structures at Gunung Padang that some researchers claim could be over 20,000 years old, which would make it the oldest pyramid structure in the world. Ground-penetrating radar has shown multiple layers of construction, with the deepest layers showing signs of sophisticated engineering. If these dates are accurate, it means advanced architectural knowledge existed during the last ice age, completely rewriting the timeline of human civilization. Mainstream archaeologists remain skeptical of these early dates, but the site continues to reveal surprises that challenge conventional theories. The Sacsayhuamán fortress in Peru features massive limestone blocks, some weighing over 200 tons, fitted together with such precision that you can't fit a piece of paper between them. No mortar was used, yet these walls have survived major earthquakes that destroyed Spanish colonial buildings nearby. The blocks aren't rectangular, they're polygonal with complex irregular shapes that fit together like a three-dimensional jigsaw puzzle. Each stone has a unique shape that perfectly matches the stones around it. The level of planning and execution required to achieve this is extraordinary. How did they cut these massive stones with such precision? How did they transport and lift blocks weighing hundreds of tons? How did they achieve perfect fits without modern measurement tools? Some of the stones show evidence of vitrification, where the surface appears to have been melted at extremely high temperatures. This has led to speculation about advanced ancient technologies, though mainstream archaeology suggests more conventional explanations like ancient stoneworking techniques we've lost knowledge of. What makes all these discoveries particularly intriguing is that they challenge our linear view of human progress. We like to think civilization advanced steadily from primitive to sophisticated, but these archaeological finds suggest the story might be more complicated. Ancient peoples might have possessed knowledge and capabilities that we've underestimated, or that were lost and had to be rediscovered. Every year, new discoveries force us to revise our understanding of ancient history. The more we dig, the more we realize how much we don't know about our ancestors. Were there advanced civilizations that rose and fell before recorded history? Did ancient peoples have technologies or knowledge that we're only now rediscovering? Or are these mysterious artifacts the result of human ingenuity that we've simply failed to properly appreciate? The truth is, we don't have all the answers. Many of these discoveries remain unexplained or hotly debated among researchers. What we do know is that the ancient world was far more complex, sophisticated, and mysterious than most people realize. So which of these discoveries fascinates you the most? Do you think there are lost chapters of human history waiting to be discovered? Are we underestimating the capabilities of ancient civilizations? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If these weird archaeological discoveries made you see ancient history in a new light, hit that like button and subscribe, because we're constantly exploring the mysteries that challenge everything we think we know about the past. Ring that notification bell so you don't miss our next dive into the unexplained. The ground beneath our feet holds more secrets than we ever imagined, and we're just beginning to uncover them.